Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is Terraria. Now, I'm going to see how long my voice holds up, actually. I have a bit of a cold. I gave it a rest yesterday, which you hopefully won't notice because I record ahead, so hopefully I'll be able to make up for lost time. But, I'm not really sure how it's going to go. Anyway. While not recording, I have done a little bit of work on my. This isn't really elevator. Well, I mean, it is, but that's not why I'm doing it. This is, in fact, a bulwark against the corruption, which, as you can see, has actually corrupted quite a lot of this desert. So you get obviously that corruption bit there was created a world gen, and this has gradually been sneaking across and corrupting stuff. So I am now. So I think last time when you saw it, it was only too wide. So up this kind of top area. Ouch. I have. I've widened it quite a lot. That's not actually, I didn't really need to wall that off. It's also, so it's actually now 6 wide in total, and then I've lined it with brick. I probably don't need to do it all the way down here in quite the same way. Because the corruption's up ahead. Well, maybe I do. No, that's not corruption, that's mud. The other thing is actually kind of amusing. Oh, I thought it was anyway. I was looking up depth meters. So I'm thinking I've got the the Goblin Tinkerer now and the Mechanic. So between the two of them, I can't remember how they work. But surely, I thought to myself, I'll be able to make or get a depth meter. And it turns out the depth meters are entirely dropped. They just drop. They're a drop from bats, cave bats specifically. And so I looked that up. I went, oh hell, what's annoying? And it was literally just at the end of the session that I was doing that all of a sudden, the very last thing was all of a sudden one of them dropped the depth meter. I was literally on my way back up. I was going back up this huge hole, and one of them dropped the depth meter, and it's like, now I have to go find it. And of course. Now here's the thing, right? So I've done all this lot. But if you have a quick look at my map, you can see there's quite a lot, quite a distance to go. So here I am down the depths, down. Now at this point, as you can see, I've not lined this wall, right? So that's how far I'm down here now, not having lined that wall. And eventually I'm gonna. That was not what I wanted to do. I wonder if that's actually off. Well, that was foolish. Anyway, it went right down to the bottom, to the bit that is full of water. And so I had to go chase it to get my depth meter. So this is all nice and lit. So this is so it stops getting lit from down here. Yeah. So at some point I'm going to have to come down and do all this. 1,192 feet below. Yeah, so that will give you some idea of how deep it is. And so I had to go all the way down there to get my depth meter. Which is, you know. But depth meters are great, because obviously I can tell how far I am down below. Useful for a number of things. I mean, eventually when I get this sorted, I'm going to be wanting to stare at that display there of my depth. Oh, I also got, there are two types of climbing claw. There's hand claws and there's foot claws. And I got the other one, which meant that I was able to go to the Tinker's workshop and combine them. So now I don't gradually fall down walls. If I'm pressing into the wall, I just kind of stick there, so I can now just jump off the wall. But of course, I've got the rocket boots, so. Right. Oh, careful. Now, up here, so this means that, well, the other thing I can do is I can work out when I'm level. And being level, not terribly important, I guess. But level is sea level, right? Oh, blood membrane. So why is that important? Well, it's not really very important, except the fact that I like to make my first underground kind of railway thing at exactly sea level. Or, well, at quote level. Oh, and another thing, I remembered that pre-hard mode, you actually want two pickaxes, because the molten pickaxe is slow but kills rock in one go, whereas the nightmare pickaxe is quick but takes 2 goes to break dirt, to break stone. So tunneling, like I'm doing here, you kind of want a mix of the two. So that's Evan. Now I can, in theory, use my molten pickaxe just takes 2 to get through Evanstone, whereas my nightmare pickaxe, I swing it quicker, but it takes twice as long to get through. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating a I'm digging is what I'm clearly doing. Why am I digging? Well, because I've actually dug this huge log passageway at level 0, at level. And I'm just going to cheat, actually. Well, not cheat, but I'm going to speed things up there. So the idea is that I will be able to I want to be able to lay minecart tracks so I can get from my home base to here quicker. And it turns out that it is actually, I didn't know how minecarts work, so I've made some minecart tracks. Where are we? There we go. So I've made some minecart tracks, and originally I originally put it just in a tunnel that was, you know, the length of tunnel that you know, the amount of tunnel that you need to walk. So 3 high, so I could walk through it, and it would cheerfully make minecart tracks it will cheerfully put those minecart tracks down. But it was I couldn't work out how to make them work. Ow. Because I'd get in them, and it would kind of it'll be like there's this kind of effect like hitting with a grappling hook, where just kind of woof, I'll just go straight there. But then nothing else would happen. I didn't understand it. And it turns out you just need a higher on that. You need it to be tall. You need to be at least 4 high. Which is why I've been going through making this more than 4 high. Basically, I've been as high up as my pick can reach, so that's the whole tunnel is going to be that high. I haven't actually done the whole thing to that level yet. I've only done a bit. If I go to the map, I've done up to here is at that high level. I haven't done the Arctic section yet. So, I think I'll just tunnel through. I don't think I'll try and... You can really see the difference between the two. Oh, I've also got a magic missile, which is just hilarious because it'll follow the cursor, so you can go around corners and zap things. So the Awesome Thorn is still one of my best weapons, despite that technically it does a small amount of damage. It's the way it's the very specific way it works, because it does such good knockback. Well, it doesn't knock things back far, but it stops them in their tracks, so they don't keep attacking me. Which is just so handy. So what I'm actually just going to do here is tunnel, and I'll once I've got the whole tunnel done, then I can start thinking about widening it, well, heightening it really, heightening it so that I can get minecart through here. But even just making a simple flat tunnel can speed things up, because I've got the go faster boots, which is just neat. So even just doing that is going to speed things up. But if I make the whole thing at least 4 high, and obviously I'm making it more than that, but I don't need to. If I make it at least 4 high, then I can have a minecart that goes all the way through. My understanding is once you get into hard mode, and you can make asphalt. Asphalt's quicker. Although asphalt has the disadvantage that you need to constantly, you need to actually, move. You need to be pressing your keys down to move. Whereas with the minecart, you power yourself up and then you just go. Which is a nice thing, but it certainly I can go a lot faster with a minecart than I can on my own, as things stand. Okay, so this is all corruption. I've run out of storage space. I've got each salt in it. Chuck stuff in the old pea bag, I think. I'll sell that. Keep that way. I've got so many banners at home, it's just ridiculous. Keep the ores, I think. We'll just find more. Gotta keep those mud blocks. And eventually, I'm also going to I'm going to want to not just dig that tunnel. I'm going to want to line it, top and bottom, because when I get to hard mode, then you know, the corruption will cheerfully spread through stone, where it does not at the moment. But so I'll have to line it with at least brick. I'll probably and this what will be. Oh, actually, there's a chest down there. What would be it would be an enormous task. What would be an enormous task would be not just lining it, but actually removing the background for all of it. I'm going to drop that there and pick that up. Basically, by putting the bottle, and in fact, the boomerang was just a good thing there. But I should be along this way again, so I should pick that up. So there you go. That's my logic for doing that. If it's on the pathway, if it's down here, I'll probably not pick it up. But if it's on the pathway, I'm much more likely to. I'm currently using my miner's helmet as a purely decorative. So I've actually got my full defense, which is 41. I didn't realize my defense was 41. I'm doing that deliberately so I don't have lights. And I don't want lights because that's the only way I can tell when I really need to put down torches. Because if you got a shiny light, then it's very easy to get into just never putting down torches because you always have light on you. But then there's always times when actually no, you really wanted torches. Water. I can only assume the blood moon has stopped. Given that everything's gone back to being purple water as opposed to red water. Yes, but there's so not that far away actually. You can see the other end of that tunnel. Beginning to just see it on the other side there. So I'm not that far away. And that is going to facilitate communication between these two bases of mine. Oh, bloody hell. Well. Lots of shadow altars to play with as well, which I'll want eventually. Come on. Yeah, you can see the other end of the tunnel. It's rather sweet. Like that. And those with 41 defense, I'm actually not actually taking that much damage from that. Yeah, I'll almost certainly want to block off. So not just you know, not just widen the tunnel and not just make it suitable for minecart, but block off all of these tunnels and stuff. But at the same time, I'll probably want methods of getting in and out of these places. So I'm like, I might not want to just completely block this off. I might want to have like a way through. But of course, I can do things with mechanics and have levers and that, so that it's completely blocked off when I want it to be, and then I can decide to open it out when I want to go out and party with the various eaters of everything. Collect those rotten chunks, which actually they actually do tend to be rather useful. Whoop. And now I just what's nice is I don't actually have to worry about knockback anymore because I've got the cobalt shield. And with my ridiculous defense, I'm actually reasonably okay with taking these guys. So there you go. I've now got a nice continuous tunnel from my main base all the way to that desert excavation. As much as I would like to continue it all along, there is of course the issue that you can't really tunnel through sand in quite the same way. Is there anything interesting here? I don't know why. Sorry, I'm just being distracted. There you go. That was worth my time. Yes, I can just now run in a single continuous thing. I don't have to run up and down mountains. I can completely ignore slime block. Oh, and I've got, so this is where my minecart starts. So there you go. So now I don't have to do anything. I can just take my hands off the keyboard, and I'll zoom there certainly faster than I can walk. You can actually see that my machine's having trouble. Where's my gas gun? Keeping up with. It was having trouble keeping up with, you know, updating, which is just hilarious. So here we are home. Anything I want to chuck in anyway. Oh, I'm not sure. I was planning on maybe doing 2 episodes today, but I'm not that confident. Oh, I'm not confident at all. How many monies do I have in the minute? Got a gold coin of monies. 27 gold coins, that's quite sweet. Not using that, am I? Gonna sell a few things, I think. I'll keep that, I think. The shackle can go, that can go. The Ancient Shadow can go... We should get around to setting up that angel statue. Not angel statue, that queen statue. Let's grab those two because I actually know where I should put them. Probably at some point I'm going to make different NPC housing. You know, it's kind of okay. What kind of what you know? I'm gonna want to make a thing, right? Because this is all very utilitarian. This is literally just boxes in which to keep people. Made out of wood because wood's the easiest thing to find to begin with. You know, not necessarily for any good reason. And magic pad. Pad Thai? I think that's food. Winter Cave. Book layer. This is tile placement. Yeah, these are just boxes, and I could make something more interesting and more decorative. I need to decide what I want to be. I think I'm going to go with the classical, make a castle. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. I mean, maybe it's kind of it's a bit trite making castles, but I don't think that's necessarily bad. Can I put my Age of Souls banner here? No, I cannot. There we go. I mean, this is still just this is the remains of the there's a bit of a floating platform here when I first got here. So you know, I really haven't been doing anything in particular. Oy. So yeah, I think maybe starting from just under here, make a big kind of floaty castle thing. And that's when an angel, not an angel statue, but a king and queen statue would be quite useful. Because I'll want to transfer them. I'd want to transfer my NPCs. And you set up an angel and preferably a king statue and just put on a timer. And then random NPCs get teleported to there. Oh, I should have had a lipstick. Oh! Oh, it be getting dark. So I'm going to abandon my peeps. I'm going to head back. Smashing through monsters is just side benefit. Yeah, oh, that's a problem I suddenly realized. Because I can't mine those out while that's there, I can't get rid of that until I get... it's certainly hard mode, you can't get rid of demon altars until hard mode. And I've got another one there. I guess when I get round to that point, if I start, I'll just have to have the rail temporarily kind of dip down. Oh, the third one, wow. I was very lucky that I didn't end up having any demon altars in my way. That could have very easily happened. It could have been such that I couldn't just dig across level that I would have ended up having to divert completely. So I'm just having a look at the various toys and treasure down here. Oh, I didn't sell the thing I was going to sell. Why didn't I do that? Yeah, just having a look, see what I can find. Can't remember if you really want to smash the mill. I know I don't at this point. I can hit it with a hammer, and I believe that just does half my health instantly, kind of deal. So obviously it's not a thing I want to do just now. I'm just mining all the clay pots, or whatever they call the equivalent. Oh, I should go back and sell the stuff I was going to sell. I can't even pick up lenses. Yeah, so there's a fair amount of work to be done, but having a nice kind of throughway is quite nice. Yeah, I'm just going to have to dip down at these points when I meet those things. Aggravating, but what are you going to do? Everywhere else I just need to kind of dig a tunnel. But this is much easier than going overland, if for no other reason. You know, even without this being there. It's just a lot easier and quicker. Right, now where were we? I was going to sell things. Who was going to sell things to? I was going to sell things to him. What was I going to sell? I was going to sell that. Sell that. Going to sell that. Might as well sell that. I'm not going to use it. Not going to sell that. Not going to sell that. I need to put that away. There's stuff here I should really be working on, but or getting rid of or something, but I'm not. There's a nice thing where there's an idea that if you make a sky bridge with minecart, and you just zoom backwards and forwards, picking up fallen stars. So you just go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. As long as you're not so high up that you get harpies, you can help with a ton of stuff. There we go. I always have this problem with my adventures. I always have this. I collect more and more and more junk, and I keep thinking, but I can't get rid of. I can't get rid of that. I might want it one day, and the fact of the matter is, I'm not going to use it. It just takes me a long, long time to admit to myself that I'm not going to use the whatever it is, and I should just get rid of it. It's just a thing about myself I'm going to have to accept. Another thing I should do is get a gravitation program, gravitation potion. I need to sort out specifically these two. These are my only two misc chests. I really need to start sorting them and deciding on what I want to do with them. I also want to put together a an alchemy chest. That might be a thing to do when I start actually putting together my castle or whatever I make. That might be the point to start making specific mechanics, crafting areas. And I think what I'm probably going to do is, instead of the more common thing to do is to put all the crafting things together so you can make everything from one place. But I find that quite irritating because when you open up your crafting menu, if you've got too many crafting stations too close together, the crafting menu just gets enormous, and sorting through them is a pain. Unless there's some quick way of doing that I'm not aware of. But up until that point, so I now have some extra space in my inventory, so off we go. You can really see that I'm moving so fast the game doesn't want to update in time. But you can also see just how little, I've done. And like I said, I need to sort out what I'm going to do. Whee! I'm behind. I need to sort out what I'm going to do with the desert, because I would quite like to do the same thing through the desert. But you can't, as far as I'm aware, you can't tunnel through desert, because obviously all the sand above kind of comes down. So, unless what I do, and this is actually kind of an amusing thought, unless what I do is reconstruct the desert afterwards, so I'll dig it all down to level, so the whole desert is dug down to sea level. But of course I'll end up with a bazillion sand blocks, so I just pile them on top of the side. I'll dig the tunnel, line it with bricks top and bottom, the way I'm going to do here. And then pile the sand back on top. Well, actually, I might be able to get away with it. The desert might not extend that low down, so maybe I can do the tunnel. Keep accidentally resetting my spawn point. Here's a question. Oh, these just cactus. Because trees that have been corrupted, they become slightly different trees. They become everwood. Whereas corrupted cactus looks like it just becomes cactus. Which is kind of interesting. Yeah, so this is where I'm at the moment. So I've got much more of a tunnel down here. I've got my level tunnel that takes me all the way back to my base. I'm going to want to start making one that goes off to as far as the dungeon, really. Because in the end, I'm going to want to start sorting that out. So I think I'm going to leave it there. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit like and subscribe if so. Share it with friends, all that kind of stuff. You can find us at nearlyenoughdice.com, where we have weekly episodes of a role-playing game themed podcast and attendant blog. And until we meet again, dig for victory.